Good morning student. Today we are going to discuss about the next part of this chapter, that's name is sexual reproduction in flowering plant. First of all we discuss about the flower in detail, then we discuss about the androecium, then microsporogenesis and structure of that pollen grain. Today we have to discuss about the next part, and that is nothing but the third part, that is called as pistil. That is actually the female reproductive organ. So this one is nothing but the female partner that we are going to produce the egg. So whenever we discuss about the pistil, it's a gynoecium. Individual member of gynoecium is called as pistil, and pistil or gynoecium produces three parts. The lower basal part, which is swallowed, that is called as ovary. Inside that particular ovary there should be a presence of ovules. So these are all nothing but the ovules, and over to that particular ovary there should be a presence of stigma. So this one is nothing but the stigma. Stigma get raised above by style. So there is a presence of three parts: ovary, style and stigma. Stigma is that part which can receive the pollen grain. After pollination, pollen grain get fall over the stigma, and on that particular stigma pollen grain get germinate, and then germination or that fertilization get carried out. But before to see that, we have to discuss about these particular different parts of this pistil. So this one is the receptive portion that can receive the pollen grain. This particular style which can reduce that particular stigma is a particular height to receive the pollen grain, and the main basal part, that is called as the ovary. Here actually there should be a presence of egg. Here actually there should be a presence of female gametophyte, that we have to discuss. And here there should be a presence of many ovules. Sometimes single ovule is also present. As in case of mango, single ovule is present. As in case of wheat, as in case of rice and jawar, single ovule is present within a single ovary. But in pea, many ovules are present. Near about 4 or 5 ovules are present. In case of papaya, so many ovules are present. In case of tomato, many ovules are present within that single ovary. But here is that whenever we discuss this particular gynoecium, sometimes we get found that many carpels or many pistils are also present within that single flower. Such a condition is called as multicarpellary condition. Multicarpellary or multicarpellary. As in the case of that Annona squamosa, सीताफळ, ज्याला आपण सीताफळ म्हणतो. Many ovaries are present. As in the case of that particular hibiscus, 5 carpels present, that is called as pentacarpellary. Sometimes 3 carpels are present in different plants. As in the case of that particular lily, 3 carpels are present. Such a ovary which is called as tricarpellary. Sometimes 2 carpels are present, that is called as bicarpellary, and sometimes single carpel is present, that ovary is called as monocarpellary. Monocarpellary ovary is present in case of pea. Then I already told you that in case of rice, wheat, jawar. In brassica, bicarpellary ovary is also there. In vinca rosea, bicarpellary ovary is present. In lily, in case of onion, 3 carpellary ovary is present. Pentacarpellary ovary is present in hibiscus, and multicarpellary ovary is present as in the case of the Annona squamosa. So many examples are there. But here is that the number of carpels, how much number of carpels are present, on that basis these particular terms get changed. Whether it may be a monocarpellary, bicarpellary, tricarpellary, tetracarpellary or pentacarpellary. No matter what it may be, the number of carpels are present. But here is that how much number of that particular ovary is present. Sometimes what has happened that when that particular 5 carpels are present in case of hibiscus, but still that all carpels get fused together, and such a type of that particular condition is called as syncarpous condition. Syncarpous. That means here in case of hibiscus, though there should be a presence of pentacarpellary ovary, but all carpels are syncarpous. That means fused carpels. Fused carpels. So that's why it is also called as pentacarpellary syncarpous. When all carpels get fused together, that is called as syncarpus, and when carpels are free, then it is called as apocarpus condition, and apocarpus condition is may get found in case of Anona squamosa. Here there should be the presence of apocarpus over apocarpus. As in case of hibiscus, syncarpus, that means the fused carpels are present, but in case of Anona squamosa, all carpels are free from each other, and that condition is called as apocarpus. Then, whether it may be a multicarpellary, whether it may be a unicarpellary, or whether it may be a apocarpus or syncarpus condition, how much number of locules which are present inside the ovary or the empty space, or you can say that the ovarian, here there should be the presence of empty space inside that particular ovary. How much number of empty space are present inside the ovary, on that basis again the terminology gets changed. Suppose that if there should be the presence of single space, when you cut that particular ovary, and you may get found that there should be the presence of single structure, that is that ovary which is called as unilocular ovary. Unilocular ovary. Whenever you cut that ovary, and you may get found it may get differentiated into two different parts. Such a type of that particular ovary is called as bilocular ovary. Bilocular ovary. In case of that particular cucurbits, you may get found that there should be the presence of trilocular ovary. Look at this. This one is nothing but the ovary which may get differentiated into three parts. In many cases, it may get found that all that particular ovary get differentiated into 5 different empty spaces. Tetralocular. In case of hibiscus, this particular ovary get differentiated into, or it may get fragmented into 5 different parts, that is called as the pentalocular ovary. Locules are nothing but the empty space which is present inside the ovary. How much number of locules are present, that you call as, if suppose that single locule is present, then it is called as unilocular. If there should have presence of 2 empty spaces, bilocular, 3 trilocular, 4 tetra and pentalocular. When you cut एबेलमॉस्टस भिंडी, आप लोगों ने अगर भिंडी को कट किया है, अगर आप भिंडी में देखेंगे तो आपको इस प्रकार से स्ट्रक्चर दिखेगा. भिंडी के अंदर आप अगर देखेंगे तो आपको इस प्रकार से 5 ये दिखेंगे. सो दिस वन इज नथिंग बट द फ्रूट, बट व्हाट इज हैपेंड दैट ovary get converted into fruit. Fruit is nothing but the matured fertilized ovule, not ovule but the ovary. Matured fertilized ovary is nothing but the fruit. तो फ्रूट ही ओवरी है. अगर आप फ्रूट को कट कर रहे हैं इनके साथ भिंडी, तो आप ये देखेंगे कि यहाँ पर आपको 5 कंपार्टमेंट्स दिखेंगे. तो यू कैन से दैट देयर शुड बी द प्रेजेंस ऑफ 5 कार्पेल्स, बट आर कार्पेल्स गेट फ्यूज्ड टुगेदर. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज पेंटाकार्पेलरी syncarpous ovary. Here you can see. So how much number of locules are present, on that basis again you can say the terms as a unilocular, multilocular condition. Then now we have to discuss inside that particular locules there should be an arrangement of ovules. I already told you that the number of ovules different in different species. Sometimes single ovule is present, sometimes many ovules are present. But whatever it may be the ovules are present, these ovules get attached to the ovary wall by some stalk, and that particular stalk which attaches that particular ovule to the ovary wall, that is called as placenta. That is called as placenta. So suppose that this one is nothing but the ovary. We will take the example of pea plant. Pea, Watana. Here you found that such a type of that particular pod is present in case of pea. So this one is nothing but the pea fruit. Watana jala आपण म्हणूया. मटर फली, sweet pea. Inside this particular sweet pea, you may get found such a type of that the presence of that seeds. I already told you that this one is nothing but the legume fruit. that we call as a pod. So it is a fruit. Fruit is nothing but the matured fertilized ovary. So inside that particular ovary there should have the presence of ovules. So these are nothing but the seeds. तो ये सीड भी क्या है? Seeds are matured fertilized ovules. तो seed ovules है. तो this particular ovule which is present inside the ovary. So this is actually the ovule. ये ovule है. अब ये ovule को attachment है. That particular structure which attaches this ovule which is called as funicle. Or it is also called as funiculum. And where that particular funicular is attached to the ovary wall, जहां पर ये फनिकल ओवरी वॉल को अटैच है, that means this portion. This portion is called as placenta. So placenta is present here. Here that portion which is the placenta. This one is nothing but the ovule. This is called as the funicle. This is actually the placenta. ये placenta हो गया हमारा. ये अभी फनिकल है. ये हमारा ovule है. And the placenta were attached to the ovule. That point which is called as, this point is now called as hilum. तो ये हमारा hilum है. ये ovule है. ये stalk that we are going to attaches this ovule to this funicle, to this placenta, that is called as the funicle. और जहां पर ये ovule attached है ovary wall को, that is called as placenta. तो placenta which may going to provide nourishment to this particular developing ovule. We already seen in 11th class placentation. What is actually the placentation? तो placentation क्या है, जरा इसको रिमाइंडर कर देते हैं. Placentation a mode of arrangement of ovules inside an ovary. A mode of arrangement of ovules. Look at this. How the ovules are arranged inside an ovary, that is called as placentation. So placentation, it may be a marginal placentation, as in case of P. It may be a parietal placentation, as in case of cucumber. It may be an axial placentation, as in case of tomato, as in case of hibiscus. It may be a basal placentation, as in case of sunflower. It may be a free central placentation, in case of Ludwigia. So placentation may be of different kinds. How the arrangement of ovule inside the ovary, that is called as placentation. So a mode of arrangement of ovary within the mode of arrangement of ovules inside an ovary, that you call as placentation. So that we have already discussed in 11th standard. Now, what it may be the ovule which is present inside this particular ovary. ये जो ovule है, तो ये ovule क्या है? Inside that particular ovule there should be the presence of megasporangia. तो ये ovule क्या है, जरा इसको समझते हैं. And now I have to discuss how that particular megaspores going to be produced, that is called as megasporogenesis. So now we have to discuss about the megasporogenesis. A process by which the megaspore get produced from the megaspore mother cell. तो यहाँ पर हम लोग ऐसा लिख सकते हैं कि megaspore produced from megaspore mother cell say that the process of formation of, or you can say that the process of megaspore production, megasporogenesis, the process of megaspore formation from megaspore mother cell, formation from megaspore mother cell by meiotic division. So here meiotic division get works. तो ये megasporogenesis कहाँ होता है? So here you see that this particular megasporogenesis get carried out within this ovule. तो ये कैसा होता है जरा इसको समझते हैं. What is actually the ovule? ये ovule क्या है? Ovule an integumented megasporangium. What is actually the ovule? An integumented megasporangium, that is ovule. यही ovule. तो ओव्यूल है क्या? ओव्यूल इज नथिंग बट द मेगास्पोरेंजियम, एंड दैट मेगास्पोरेंजियम गेट कवर्ड protective coverings. So megasporangium get protected by protective covering that forms the ovule. But here is that where that particular ovules get produced, how the ovules get produced, what are the different kinds of the ovules are present, that we have to discuss. Now I already told you that within the ovary there should be an arrangement of this particular ovule. So this one is nothing but the ovule. ये जो ovule है इसके 5 different types हैं. Out of that one type given in detail in your syllabus, that is nothing but the anatropous type of the ovule. Before to see that anatropous type of the ovule, I told you arthrotropous ovule. Arthrotropous, that is a straight ovule, and anatropous ovule is nothing but an inverted ovule. In majority of that particular angiospermic plant, anatropous type of the ovule is present, but again different types of the ovules are also present. I will first of all told you the arthrotropous type of the ovule. Arthrotropous. Arthrotropous ovule. First of all we seen the arthrotropous ovule, then we seen about the anatropous ovule. दोनों को पहले एक बार हम लोग पढ़ लेते हैं, उसके बाद में देखेंगे उनके डिटेल स्ट्रक्चर कैसे, क्योंकि ओव्यूल कैसा होता है और ओव्यूल के अंदर मेगास्पोरेंजियम है और उसके अंदर ही मियोटिक डिवीजन से मेगास्पोर तैयार होने वाले. तो इसके लिए हमें सबसे पहले तो मेगा यानी ओव्यूल का जो डिटेल स्ट्रक्चर है वो हमें याद होना चाहिए. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई विल ड्रा द डायग्राम ऑफ दैट आर्थ्रोट्रोपस ओव्यूल. आर्थ्रोट्रोपस ओव्यूल, और यहां पर मैं लिखूंगा एनाट्रोपस ओव्यूल. एनाट्रोपस ये हमारे सिलेबस में है, लेकिन इसे समझने के लिए पहले हमें आर्थ्रोट्रोपस ओव्यूल को समझना जरूरी है. सो व्हाट आई ड्रा हियर, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई विल ड्रा हियर द nucellus, sporogenous tissue which is present inside here. So this particular portion I will say the sporogenous tissue which is present, that one is nothing but the nucellus. So this one is the nucellus. Over to that nucellus there should be a presence of integument. So this one is nothing but the integument, ye inner integument. Again there should be a presence of another integument. So look at this. This structure is nothing but the arthrotrophus type of the ovule. What are these particular different parts? ये different parts क्या है जरा इनको समझ लें. The basal part of ovule, that is called as chalaza. The apical part of ovule, this one is called as micropyle. इसे कहा जाता है micropyle. This one is nothing but the integument. अब ये इंटेग्यूमेंट है, सो दिस वन इज नथिंग बट द आउटर इंटेग्यूमेंट है और ये इनर इंटेग्यूमेंट है, दोनों ही इंटेग्यूमेंट्स है. द प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग विच इज प्रेजेंट, दिस पोर्शन विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन, एंड दैट इज नथिंग बट द nucellus. Here the sporogenous tissues are present. This one is nothing but the funicle. ये funicle है, stalk of that particular ovule. Now look at this. This is the body of ovule and this is the stalk of ovule. ये पूरा का पूरा ऊपर वाला जो स्ट्रक्चर है ये बॉडी ऑफ ओव्यूल है, बॉडी ऑफ ओव्यूल. ये बॉडी ऑफ ओव्यूल और ये स्टॉक ऑफ ओव्यूल है. तो बॉडी ऑफ ओव्यूल एंड स्टॉक ऑफ ओव्यूल गेट जॉइंड टुगेदर हियर एट दिस पॉइंट, एट दिस जंक्शन. दैट जंक्शन वेयर बॉडी ऑफ ओव्यूल गेट अटैचेस टू द स्टॉक ऑफ ओव्यूल, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज हाइलम. इसे कहा जाता है हाइलम. सो दिस वन इज नथिंग बट दी arthrotrophus type of the ovule, and inside that nucellus there should be the presence of here embryo sac. यहाँ पर एक embryo sac present होता है. So here there should be the presence of embryo sac. ये जो embryo sac है ये position पे present होता है. Look at this. This embryo sac is present towards the micropylar end. This is the chalaza end. This embryo sac is far away from chalaza end. Now here there should be the presence of such a type of that particular three cells. This is called as egg apparatus. इसे कहा जाता है egg apparatus. In egg apparatus what is present? ये जो egg apparatus यहाँ पर क्या होता है, मैं ये डायग्राम को जरा यहाँ निकालता हूँ. उसके बाद में यहाँ पर रहता है secondary nucleus or the you can say that the polar nuclei, and here three antipodals. ये antipodals हैं, antipodals. मैं embryo sac की इस डायग्राम को यहाँ निकालता हूँ. सो दिस वन इज नथिंग बट द एग apparatus. तो बीच में ये जो है दिस वन इज नथिंग बट द एग, और यहाँ उसके बाजू में ये जो दो है दे वर कॉल्ड एज synergids. They were also called as sister cell. So these all are nothing but the polar nuclei. They may going to produce the secondary nucleus. Secondary nucleus which is also called as definitive nucleus. And here there should be the presence of antipodal cells. ये antipodal cells है. They were present at the chalaza end. ये chalazal end के तरफ है, and this particular end is nothing but the micropylar end. So these all are antipodals. So this one is nothing but the secondary nucleus is there, and here the egg apparatus. This one is nothing but the egg, and these two are synergids. So this one is nothing but the arthrotrophus type of the ovule. Now we have to discuss anatrophus type of the ovule. ये anatrophus type of the ovule कैसा होता है जरा इसको भी समझते हैं. उसके डिफरेंट पार्ट्स क्या होते हैं, उसके डिफरेंट फंक्शंस क्या होते हैं वो हम बाद में डिस्कस कर देंगे. पहले तो हमें स्ट्रक्चर को समझना. Again here I will draw nucellus, that is the megasporangium, where actually our megaspore going to be produced. So this particular nucellus gets well protected by integuments. So this one is nothing but the integument. यहाँ पर हम लोग इस प्रकार से वास्कुलर स्ट्रैंड का कनेक्शन भी बता सकते हैं. Vascular strand that we are going to provide water and the other nutrients. So this one is nothing but the outer integuments. So this one is the outer integument. ये हो गया हमारा अभी anatrophus type of the ovule. Look at this. This portion is nothing but the follicle. ये है हमारा follicle. This point, that one is nothing but the hilum. ये hilum. This one is nothing but the micropyle. ये micropyle है. Micropyle is one of the opening. This one is nothing but the basal end of this ovule, that is called as chalaza. ये chalaza है. These are nothing but the integuments. ये integuments है. ये outer integument, ये inner integument. This one is nothing but the nucellus. ये हमारा nucellus है. That is a very important one. This one is nothing but the micropyle. ये जो portion है यहाँ से. So here there should be a presence of vascular strand. ये तो vascular strand that may provide water and nutrients. So here you see that from this to this one. या मैं यहाँ पर इसको थोड़ा डार्क करके बताता हूँ. So that much portion यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ, that is called as raphe. Look at this raphe. Raphe is not located or not given here. So what is actually the raphe? Raphe an extended part of follicle which attaches the body of ovule. तो ये जो extended part है ovule का, extended part है follicle का जो ovule के body को attach हो रहा है, बिकॉज ऑफ द इन्वर्टेड ओव्यूल। ये जो ओव्यूल है एनाट्रोपस टाइप ऑफ द ओव्यूल, दैट वन इज नथिंग बट द इन्वर्टेड ओव्यूल। ये इन्वर्टेड है और ये स्ट्रेट है, तो ये सीधा रहता है और ये नियर अबाउट 180 डिग्री बेंड डाउन होने वाला होता है, बेंड डाउन। This particular ovule get bend down. Look at this. Suppose we can say, we can take an example of this particular. Suppose this one is nothing but the body of ovule, and my hands are nothing but the stalk of the ovule. What has happened that this point you can say that that is the hilum. This one is the body of the ovule. This particular part is nothing but the funicle. This part is nothing but the chalaza. This one is nothing but the micropylar end. If this particular ovule get bent down, look at this in this way. What has happened that this micropylar portion which is present at the top, which get bent down here, this chalaza which is present at the base, now it is at the top in this way. And here you see that this particular body, that is nothing but the funicle. Funicle now attaches to the body of ovule. This part, the funicle which attaches the body of the ovule, that is called as raphe. So raphe is not present in arthrotrophus type of the ovule. Raphe is present only in anatropous type of the ovule. So this one is nothing but the body of the nucellus, and inside that nucellus there should be the presence of embryo sac. So this is the embryo sac. ये embryo sac है, और embryo sac के micropylar end के तरफ ये है egg, यहाँ पर हम लोग लिखेंगे egg, और इसके बाजू में ये है synergids है। यहाँ पर हम लोग लिखेंगे secondary nucleus. So this one is nothing but the secondary nucleus is there, and here towards the chalaza and there should be the presence of antipodal cells. Now you can see that this nucellus, that is the megasporangium, यही megasporangium है, इसी को वेल प्रोटेक्ट किया गया है। कभी कभी इसके ऊपर दो कवरिंग होते हैं इंटीग्यूमेंट्स के, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द बाइटेग्मिक ओव्यूल। कभी सिंगल होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज यूनिटेग्मिक। कभी होता ही नहीं है उसके ऊपर वेल प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अटेग्मिक ओव्यूल। बट मेजरली इन मेन केसेस देयर शुड बी द प्रेजेंस ऑफ टू प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द बाइटेग्मिक ओव्यूल। लुक एट दिस, all megasporangium get protected by integument, but a very small gap which is present where integuments not covering this megasporangium, that gap which is called as micropyle. यहाँ पर देखो, ये पूरा का पूरा इंटीग्यूमेंट, ये जो पूरा का पूरा मेगास्पोरेंजियम है, ये फुल्ली कवर्ड है। यहाँ पर देखो ये इंटीग्यूमेंट्स ने इसको पूरी तरह से कवर कर लिया, बट ये वो ऐसा पॉइंट है, ये ऐसे गैप है जहां पर ये पूरा मेगास्पोरेंजियम इसको कवर नहीं किया है इंटीग्यूमेंट्स ने। ये जो छोटा सा गैप होता है, दैट गैप विच इज कॉल्ड एज माइक्रोपाइल, यही माइक्रोपाइल है। माइक्रोपाइल इज नथिंग बट अ वेरी स्मॉल गैप विच कैन नॉट एंटायरली कवर दिस पर्टिकुलर। ये वो ऐसा गैप होता है जहां पर मेगास्पोरेंजियम को कवर नहीं किया है इंटीग्यूमेंट्स ने। सो ये है हमारा एनाट्रोपस टाइप ऑफ द ओव्यूल। ये तो हो गया एनाट्रोपस टाइप ऑफ द ओव्यूल, और ये है हमारा आर्थ्रोट्रोपस टाइप ऑफ द ओव्यूल। यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे तो ये ओव्यूल अगर इसको बेंड कर देंगे हम लोग, ये जो चलाजा है बेसल पार्ट, ये ऊपर की तरफ आ जाएगा, और ये जो अपाइकल पोर्शन है ये बेंड डाउन हो गया। एंड हियर यू सी दैट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर केस व्हाट हैज हैपेंड दैट फनिकल, चलाजा, embryo sac and then micropylar region, they are present in a straight line. But here you see that this funicle and this one is nothing but a micropylar end. Micropylar end and funicle they are present side by side. ये एक दूसरे के बाजू बाजू में है, पर यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे फनिकल एंड माइक्रोपाइलर एंड दे आर जस्ट अपोजिट। ये एक इस एंड पे तो एक दूसरा इस एंड पे, यहाँ पर ऐसा नहीं है। Both that particular funicle and this micropylar end they are present side by side, and this ovule get bent down near about 180 degree. इसके कारण ये जो बेसल पोर्शन है ये ऊपर आ गया। सो दिस वन इज नथिंग बट मेगास्पोरेंजियम, जहाँ इसके अंदर ये जो एम्ब्रियो सैक है, ये एम्ब्रियो सैक ही हमारा फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट है। ये वो जो पोर्शन है दैट यू कॉल्ड एज द एम्ब्रियो सैक, इसको हम लोगों ने यहाँ पर बताया था एम्ब्रियो सैक। दिस इज द एम्ब्रियो सैक। तो ये जो एम्ब्रियो सैक है यही हमारा फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट है, और हमें सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन के लिए इसकी जरूरत पड़ती है। अगले क्लास में हम लोग ये देखेंगे कि हाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट गोइंग टू बी प्रोड्यूस्ड एंड हाउ द मेगास्पोर गेट प्रोड्यूस्ड। So today we can stop here.